Yeah, welcome back to more Playdate. I have one plan for today, which honestly might not fit into today. What I want to do is a way better scene management because we have this little thing. Where is my Playdate sim? OBS, can you find the simulator, please? There you go. It was by hand. So we have this menu scene and we can go into the gameplay, but we can actually go back. I can make the code, but it will break a bit. Let me show you. Enemy. And down here, instead of self remove, what we can do is state equals. Do I have state menu? This will not work, just to preface everything. I need this button, right? This should be the rebuild. So if I let an enemy pass through, basically the screen, this is how we did it usually in Pico 8. Oh. This does fuck all. Is it not handled with that constant? Set game. Oh, because I do not add the menu scene back. Well, this already showcases one problem. Since you add stuff in the Playdate engine by this self-add to the global sprite update function, which is this one, you kind of have to remove things by hand, and you cannot just switch to a scene like in Pico 8 or in Love 2D, where in the scenes you can define different sprite updates. So I can, in my menu, I basically don't update anything in the enemy array, I just draw whatever I want. But since this is so crucial to a lot of things in Playdate, kind of feel like we need to have our own little stupid system for handling what we want to load and unload object, like per object, like per sprite is the better term, I guess, into the game. So that is what we're gonna try today. And honestly, I'm kind of clueless where to start a bit. So what I surely know is that we're gonna probably move these out from constant and move it to a different file just to have like a scene handler or something. Lemon, how you doing? How you doing? Your day is going nicely. Louis was such a nice tape, honestly. I have way too much music to listen to and like download. I will also have to check if it is safe for Twitch YouTube. I haven't looked that hard into anything. So, scene. I guess we can call it handler. I don't mind calling it handler. So, scene names. Scene name. I just really want to like add the huge stupid name for this. Scene Constance. And just grab everything from here. Doing quite well, heck yeah. The game question philosopher and YepFest. Oh, I still need to figure out if I want to write a few of those. And it also looks like I will have to... Where is this logged? It is not logged. We'll have to move this by a bit like that. I can look in. How are you doing? I'm doing fine, I guess. It's alright. Work has been a brain killers recently. I'm like working on stupid stuff. It is rotting me. My deepest levels, I kinda need to like program a bit so I can feel like at least I can do something. Because it's been very much so not the case there. And what I would want to have is some kind of load unload function. So like a function unload scene, I guess. Do I need a separate unload? I'm a software engineer for a company. I'm a vendor basically, it's like an outsourcing company. At the moment I'm working at a like hospitality company, but nothing more I can say due to NDA. Yeah, just doing websites is like a weird, mostly front-end focused job at the moment, but in theory I'm a full-stack developer there. Which I always say to them that you can think I'm a full-stack one. I do believe I'm more of a backend one, but yeah, I code day and night. That is my nightmare. It's like the endless suffering. So do I need a separate unload scene? Or can I just do one which is load and unload there? So like, can I just do function? I cannot type. Already starting well. Load scene. You just call whatever would be an unload scene. Like something like this. So what do we mean by unloading a scene? We probably want to have some kind of storage for the scene. We can type this in. We want a way to store sprites that belong to this scene. We want to store variables, question mark. We want to be able to delete sprites and add sprites based on belonging. That's a weird word. Ownership, I don't know. So for example, if we start a game again, which is this button in theory, yeah, this is no longer here. This is not in constants. This is now in scene handler. Scene handler. I still cannot type as much fast as I did on my old keyboard. It is getting way better. And this is now scene constants, because this is now in here. If I reload, it's still no. Oh. Where is state machine functions? Yes. Where's the state? Oh yeah, you are also not this one. This one. Bloop. So just an example, our menu scene at the moment contains just this logo, and we want the menu scene to handle this logo by itself. So if I go out from the menu scene, I want this deleted because I don't want it anymore on the scene. And if I somehow come back to the menu scene, I want this to appear again. That is what I mean by like this weird ownership that I typed out. Same with the actual game. If I start a game, I want all these things added to the basically to the game, to the scene. And if I exit this scene, I want to delete all of them and go back to the new one. By delete, I don't think if we have SDK. I don't believe we have a function for sprite. Oh, it's a Playdate. Loop. Localization. Files. Oh, we have easing functions. What? We have built-in easing. I need to hold on. This is a to-do. Look into easings. Built-in easings. So graphics, and we are interested in the sprites because these are the objects that have all the things attached to them, what we are using for everything. Subclass, I don't care. Custom initializer, I don't care. This is a new sprite with text, don't care. Update, like, can I somehow not call this? Set image is how we add the image. This add is how you add it to the drawing the current scene. That's what it is calling it by itself. Remove from the display list. So this is also weird because I thought this is deleting the object, but the API just says to remove it from the display list. So where is it? Is it deleted from memory? What is going on with it? These are my small like nitpicks as always. Move to that index, set visible. Sprites that aren't visible don't get their draw method called. This is half of the solution to what I want. Problem is they would be still updated, so if things happen in the background, like the enemy can still hit me, it can still reset to the menu, or if my bullet is still going, I can still shoot at an enemy and things like that. That is why this is not like what I would want is something that I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how this global, what is it? What are they calling it? I forgot. This display list works. Set center, set size. Copy. Returns a copy of the caller. Ooh, I don't have to write my own deep copy. Heck yeah. Set updates enabled. Ooh, this might be what we want. This would make it so that I can stop them. The problem is I still don't really know who I need to stop and who I need to enable. I need to store them like in a different way. This is a problem of like not architecture, it's like how I look at things differently in Pico8 and Lua than in Playdate. Because there I always add them to an array, so I can loop over that array and call the update by hand. If I don't want to update something, it's just not being called updated. And if I just want to delete all my enemies, I just look at my enemies array and just empty it out, just null it out. But here I can't really do that because I'm not collecting them by hand. And even if I were to do that, the spawner would still spawn, so somehow that would need its own storage solution. And the same with the player, like how do I handle the player? It's a bit weird. Hydrate, thank you. Everyone take a sip. Oh, and take your meds. I haven't taken my med. Hey. Take your meds. Oh, this is not the right one. Ah. Vermed. Huh? Not in front of me, that's why I'm not taking them. Where in the heckity heck do I have them? That's also not in that. Ah. Found it. I hate how I need to like split it in half, but at least it is like perforated. There we go. Medication needs dedication. Lol. So that's why this is a bit weird. So if I had like a different table or array that I could add these to, that would be nice. Because technically then I could just call set update enable false and set visible false, right? I mean, I still would have to delete them when I enter a new game, so it's weird. But it still comes down to some kind of storage for them. I don't know yet how to do, because that would have to be dynamic, right? Based on how many scenes I have. But at least I would love to be, would love it to be dynamic. So, scene storage function setup scenes. So what do I want? I want a variable storage, so like scores, ammo, I don't know, lives, etc. And sprite storage. Sprite storage, problem is with default values, right? Because we would want to always reload to the same defaults. But somehow also keep current values. So what would be a nice way to store these? Let's think about that a bit. Is it not like this? Oh, no space. Like it should be this, the multi-line comment, you know. So I want a menu scene that I can index. Which probably needs to be some kind of array into which I would want variables. var1, var2, and sprite. Sprite 1, sprite 2. So this so far can be dynamic, right? Because I know my scenes because they will be in the constant. So I can create these. And I know I want variables and sprites inside. So this in theory is doable. What is interesting is how I'm gonna set up like load functions. Because for each we might need to do this by hand and do like function load menu and do this by hand for each scene. And for example, I could say here that, hold on, where is it? This one, menu bg background true, so I can put this to here. I would need to import background. And now I would need to add menu bg to the storage. And then come back to here, and instead of having menu bg here, I would say load menu, right? Brain might be tired, but I do believe this should just look like our normal menu, which it does. So now if I want to show that again, I could come into here into the enemies to import scene handler. No. Go back down and state control state menu and do load menu, right? Hopefully. There is a sim, there it is. So let an enemy pass. And now we have the logo, so it works. So this would be somewhat the base, but I would love to call Not this load menu, but load scene menu. But for that we need to set up a mapper like this, right? So let's yeet it from here. Do Oppa! Where am I? Somehow. Did I not press Shift Tab? Weird. Oh, Control Tab does something here. Oh, is this recent? Oh, could be. I'm sorry, I've just discovered something. So this should be probably not state machine, but like scene. I mean, I guess it can stay state machine. But for here we would need to set up load equals load menu. Load equals load game. And down here, load equals load game over. What I need to do is I need this to be moved down because Playdate is sensible like that. It really wants everything declared above. So now I could say function load game just as a demonstration. And then you are not, but you can stay because you have the same name there. Where do we set up the game up here, right? So instead of this being inside this update menu, on the button press, we grab it, put it into scene handler, and the game will shit itself because I don't have the required imports. This is player spawner score display. This. You just don't have to type them out by hand. You don't need it, right? And now I can just call load game here. This is still by hand. We will make this a bit better, but just to like make sure we are on the right track. Exception has occurred. We're still here. Update. Oh, because these are here. So these are scene stuff. So loop. So the problem was probably that this update menu was not knowing this update menu appeared. Hopefully. If that doesn't fix the problem, I'm in a pickle. But I don't see any error messages. And I can start up the game. I have enemies? No, I don't have enemies. Oh, I do have enemies. It just took some time to arrive. And now we switch back to the menu. Okay. Cool beans, cool beans. So now instead of load game, I would love to say... yeah, easy mode unlock. I'm not sure why they seem to be spawning less though. Did I modify it while... Great timer. I mean, there should be a spawn at like every second, and we do spawn them a bit off, right? I'm spawning them at 210 and the screen itself is 200. It feels like sometime. I don't particularly mind it, but that is more than a second, right? Look into weird spawn pattern. Bro. I don't know what is happening there. So instead of saying load game, we probably want to set up a call like this. Now comes the trying to be big brain part. In the load scene function we need to do this, but we need to init this one. So it would be like for index I in scene name. I don't like how I'm mixing snake case and camel case. Someday I need to start being consistent. Scene names. The snake case is mostly coming from Pico 8 because it is really tricky to like type capital letters into the terminal because it wants to do the glyphs instead. So I know where this is coming from, it's just not needed anymore. Scene names in iPairs. Not iPairs, because this is not indexed. Which is the non-indexed Lua for all? Gore. Is it just pairs, or is it just like something weird like values? for arithmetic metatables, pseudo closures. Surely there is a better syntax for this. I'm missing something. I'm so tired that it doesn't come to my mind. SHAPEZ is the indexed one. Right, so you would need not the names, but like first element, second element. Isn't there another one? It's like key loop, key value pair. Or key value for loop. It's pairs, right? We'll iterate over all key value pairs in table T and returns the next function. This should be right. Scene constants. Do. So now we are looping over these. What I want is storage equals we need to the new table to scene storage. So scene storage this. Oh, but they don't exist yet. I'm not sure if this will complain or not. I'm not sure if I could do scene name already here, because technically this element doesn't exist yet. Variables. That's right. The other one. And now when I load the scene, I would call state machine functions load. First bend this fucker. Loop. So now I'm loading this. So I can go to load, where is it? Load the menu. I say the background is this. And then I would add this to the menu storage, right? So I will go scene storage. Buttons. Scene constants. State menu. I need this to be insert. So it is table.insert. Menu, accessory menu, sprites, because this is a sprite, and the menu BG. There. Can I not type in? Oh, there's an extra T here. Throw it into the water. We don't need that extra T. And we can probably also in load scene, we can call this and then do state equals scene. I don't need to call this here by hand. Now let's add stuff to here. Problem is we have these two which are not. This is a sprite, but this is a timer. I need to look into how to stop timers. But otherwise we can do score dp equals score display. Oh, menu BG is still here. Oh. That's a bit weird then. I don't want to delete this background object, just set it to oops. What is the names? Background, menu, background, image. So that's control tab. Ooh. Menu. What? How do you? Oh. Because you're referencing yourself. Okay, I was like, how do you know this name? Like, you cannot know that, but you can. Just referencing yourself, which means that I would actually need to do this in my game setup. So we would actually have to do menu BG background, because this is like an independent sprite then, because you're using it across scenes. that's an exception, it looks like. So after that, store values, I would go table, insert, scene storage, constants, state game, sprite, PLR, copy this whole thing, which is a multi-button thing. Okay, found it. Palm and score. So I'm eating these into the storage. In theory, I might have like misindexed something. We will worry about that later. But I would need this unload scene, which should be easy. Find relevant storage and annotate it. So it is, I don't need the scene because that is the state value at the moment. So it is scene storage state dot sprites there, empty it out, and same with the other one with variables. State variables. And here you can call unload scene state Oh, I don't need to call it state. As I said. Unload current one. Load data for next one. I will have to do if state then. I do believe this would fail at startup when we are just starting the game, because it would try to load the menu, but there is no state to unload. It would complain that, hey, this is non-existent. So back to main. We do not call load the menu anymore in theory, but we would do scene, set up scenes, and then we would call load scene constant state menu. Hopefully. Now please don't fail, because I'm gonna cry. No, I'm gonna cry. Oh. I need to call this on the image itself. The sprite itself. We have a menu image? Let's pay. Can I start a game? Will enemy spawn? Oh, that's even bigger. Okay, let's see if they will send me back to the menu scene emptily. No. Somewhat no. Why did this not clean up the game scene? Why is there a player still? What is it? Print H, right? Is it just print? Oh, it is just print. So print unloading state and then print loading scene here. Ooh, thought we made a Romley. So now I actually need to see my console loading menu. Yes, thank you. That is correct. Ooh. I'm not sure if that loaded the menu, guys. that is some fuckery over there. So while that is running up there for everyone to see, let's figure out what is the problem. For once, I do believe I'm calling the wrong function, right? Yeah, this should be not this, but is load scene constants menu and get rid of this one here. Was that my only problem? Hopefully. Is the game okay? Still not correct because I see more and more players added. Stay. Oh, why am I? I think this is just. I want one enemy to pass me. I don't believe this should be like an infinite loop like that. Unloading menu, loading menu. Oh, wait, what? Main lure. I game setup, yes. Scene handler. Update menu. Oh, this is not load game. This is load scene. Constants. State game. That should unload the menu, right? That is why I was still able to spawn more ships, because I was still pressing the new game. You see? And in the menu that would create new players. So let's rebuild. So no more players added to the game. So let's see if this goes back to the menu by itself. Okay, so something is still not correct. I'm not deleting my stuff. Still tries to unload the menu. Why are you trying to unload the menu when I'm entering the game? There's my console, so I can see. There. Load game, unloading menu, load game. Yes, that is indeed correct. So now I'm loading the menu and unloading the game, but the game is still running. And my objects are still there. So cleanup is not correct. Okay, let's try something different. Loop over every sprite and call remove by hand question mark to do for something element in pairs this thing. Do element remove question mark. I don't have a background because background is added to the main menu, right? I haven't removed that code. Right where I added to the main menu storage. Yes. We get rid of this one and rebuild. So ships menu, game started. And let one pass. And we're back to the menu. Okay. Hold on. We might have something here. No, there is an enemy. Oh, because... Why is there an enemy? Oh, I don't have the timer, right? Look into how to stop timers. Yes. Okay, SDK time. Plop, plop, plop. Plop. That's where I was searching for this one. Oh. There you go. It is called timers, right? Timer. New, perform new. How do I delete you? Remove the timer from the list of timers. Also, can I just add my timer to spawner to my storage? I feel like I'm like mighty overcomplicating this whole thing. Like absolutely needlessly over-engineering it. Because at this point it would be probably better to just remove all always and just spawn the new menu background, which is what I'm doing here as well. Wow. I don't care. We are too deep in the mud for that. So in theory, if I let you pass... Oh. Oh. Does it just stay? Is it print state? How do I check a value? There. Print state menu, clearly. Did I do a typo? No, spawner is clearly here. So what? Is it not removed? It is removed, right? That's what we just looked at. Playdate.timer semicolon remove. Note that typers do not actually get removed until the next invocation of Playdate timer update timers. But that is in main loop, right? My main loop. Playdate timers update timers, indeed. What? What? So I guess I'm running into the issue of this being somewhat of a custom code. Because stop spawner is what I would need to call. Oh no, it says create timer and spawn timer is a PD timer perform after delay. Why in the... Guess I might need to... This is a local. This doesn't actually return the spawn timer, right? Return spawn timer. Will it work now? Is this like some kind of sculpting? Oh, by the way, now that I look at it, the enemies are also not cleared. And they're still spawning. Ha! Is there a way to gather the timers? All timers. Can I check for something to be a timer? Like, hold on, what is I'll reset, bloop. Print spawner. Oh, it is a Playdate timer. Pause. Can I do spawner remove? Is that a thing? Resume. Is it not score? It is score. So it doesn't seem like this can manipulate. Oh, what is the difference between these two? In these modes? This is how I switch to... Oh, device not available. So if I have a device attached, I can... So hold on. Let me attach the Playdate. Yeah, I got the new cable, which can run way more Playdate games without like sound glitches than my old USB 2s. So at some point we might look into like a few streams of Playdate games. So let me do upload game to device. So if I switch now the console to like that little cranky one, the simulator is paused, right? Because it is working on other stuff. Yeah, I play this team. So let's pause the sim. Now there is a game running on my Playdate device. I'm not gonna start mirror because it is weird if you have the Playdate already attached to the simulator due to uploading. But if I come to here and switch this, the setting in the console, this little button, and I start the game, yeah, that's it. Oh. Can I do this? Or this? No, I cannot. Okay. Neat. So that's what it is used for. Oop. So you can debug the playdate itself. Neat. Look. Unplug. Okay. Bloop. But that still doesn't explain why things are not being cleared up. Which is weird. So I might need to just refactor this loading unloading to be just create these to not fiddle with the storage, and when I'm unloading I'm just looping over every sprite, maybe. Like I'm just doing the playdate function for call all sprites, call all timers, and just remove all of them. Maybe that is a solution. And honestly, let's just do that. So let's find where is it? It should be like somewhere here. Not update timers. So it is local timers equals pd timer all timers, local sprites equals pd sprites, I guess. All sprites would be my guess, but we will look this up. We don't need to see me scrolling because that is boring. Sprite update, add, remove, get scale, copy, get text, set image, get image. Opaque, hydro, set animator, remove animator. Get all sprites. Wait, is the timers also get all timers, or you have two different names for do different things? It is all timers. Why is this different? Why is this all timers and this is get all sprites? Why this is not get all timers? I am inconsistent. For I don't care e in pairs timers do e remove The problem with this one is this is gonna remove my background tile as well, because this is gonna fetch the background sprite. What do you mean? I hate that this only says exception, and this doesn't really contain more information. Is it timers or timer? Playdate timers or timers? Oh, is my name different? I don't have that here. That's the issue. Yeah, I don't have this there. Oop. These two be the issue. Oop. Right? Is right. Die. Is it graphics sprites? That might be it, honestly. Might not be a PD function, but a graphics function. Yes, indeed. Playdate graphics, it is a GFX function. GFX. Right, I'm calling it GFX. Yeah, GFX, those sprites. Right? It's just sprite. Yeah, my menu background is gone. I like the background. So let's see if this sends me back to the menu without all the objects. It does. So menu BG. I mean, I guess I can just do background 2 and background false here. Background false. Do I not care about this? Did I code this wrong? Yes. Is menu? Is menu and self-image? Or oh, I cannot type my own code. This is capital. There we go. Oh. Oh, because it is self.background image. And self. There you go. One more rerun. So score is not reset, right? Because we are not resetting that. Bloop, we are back to the menu and we can start a new game. Whee! Wait, score is also reset? Why? Oh, score is actually a sprite, right? Yes, it is. Okay, that is why. Because there is an actual sprite and we save the number. Holy. That doesn't explain why this number is reset. Do I have reset score already? Go to menu. Oh, player score. This is different, right? Oh no, okay, I decoupled it from this one. Okay, this is not needed. Okay, move it out of variable. Then it makes sense because I'm actually resetting that player score when I load the game. So this is not needed. This whole storage thing is not needed. You can just do these loads and then I can just call them like this. Do this. I mean, I told you guys I am over-engineering this. That's why you don't code on the edge of burnout, because you do stupid stuff like this. So I don't need the scene setup anymore. They don't need the storage. I don't need you because you should be set by the actual scene loader. And I think that's all. We should have a fully working gameplay loop, technically, in our game. The spawn is broken, though. Like, is one of these numbers huge? Like, now they seem to be like spawning per second. Something feels very off with that. This is 1000. In milliseconds, so that's why this is 1000. This should be a second. I feel like this is stale jank. There is no way. There's like no better way to do a timer. Like, do I actually need to create a new timer? I need to look into this one. But there is a clear enemies here. Oh, this is not needed anymore. That's not what we are doing. Okay, so we do have a way better scene handler. Because now I can just do whatever I want with these scenes. And I can add new ones. I just need to remember to have these loads. But yeah, that's all. that's all for today, folks. So let me find someone to raid over, and if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want. Subscribe PhD in the comments to appease the algorithm gods. Jesus Christ, I hate YouTube. I hate the algorithm.